Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I'm going to be bringing you another multiplayer battle from Total War Rome 2. This one is going to be a 2 versus 2 battle, once again with my buddy Arcane.digital.fx playing as my ally, and our opponents are going to be Will Reeves playing as Epirus and Watts as Macedon. You guys can see I've got a lot of good replays for you guys coming up here soon, but I'm playing as Galatia. And here's my army, but we'll go more in depth with that in a second once we're on the map, which you can see here. Slightly forested, little bit of terrain. It's mostly flat, but at least the scattered groupings of trees make it a little bit more interesting than some of the just random flat maps that Quick Battle sometimes gives you. And here we are on the map. Both of our own opponents, playing as, Epirus and Macedon, are playing with what is typically pike-based factions. They don't have to field that. Epirus more so than Macedon. Macedon's got a little bit more variety. But we'll take a look at my army here. So up front for my skirmishing, I have got 3 of these Celtic slingers, and these guys are decent. They're not the best slinger units, mercenary Balearic slingers or Rhodian slingers. Any of those guys will easily win a fight against these Celtic slingers, but that is what Galatia can field. And then I have got 3 Celtic tribesmen, one just here just to kind of help with warding off a cavalry charge from the front, and then one on either flank. I have got 4 of these Galatian legionaries, and you can see these guys here, very nice unit. Actually, really nice sword unit, and they don't cost that much. And then on my right flank, I've got 2 of these naked swords, and these guys here obviously have pretty much no armor at all. Skirmishing file will destroy the skirmishing file. I can't talk. Skirmishing fire will destroy these guys, but they are very fast. You can see they're immediately gaining a lot more ground than these Galatian legionaries. So my theory with them here is to flank around pikes, and then my general is a noble horse, and I have 3 more of them over here. And yeah, the Galatian faction does not have a lot of variety in terms of cavalry. They might only have these noble horse here, actually. I'm not certain on that. I think they do, though. But Arcane is playing as Rome. He's got an auxiliary Syrian archer and 2 Balearic slingers. For his cavalry off in the woods here, it's 3 legionary cavalry. And also, I forgot, I have a light horse hidden in these trees over here. And the point here was to eventually take them out and just do some quick attacks with them. But for his infantry corps, he's got 4 auxiliary infantry, 2 on either flank, 2 Evocati cohort there, and 4 legionaries backed up by another Evocati cohort. So he's got 4 Evocati and 4 legionaries. So although a little weak on skirmishing, it is a very decent build there. So over here, my opponent has these 2 Sarissa cavalry. These guys are very light, fast shot cavalry. Now I'm going to catch them here with my spears up front, and I'm retreating my pikes. My swords in here were braced, so they're going to stop this charge. My 1 Celtic slinger unit is taking some morale penalties, but I'm going to get them out with most of their men. Or nope, they're going to rout. They do end up coming back, though. I end up using all 3. But for the most part, I'm going to successfully deal with these cavalry. It was a risky move there. One thing, I think, right now, spear units are nowhere near as effective as they should be against cavalry. Because this Sarissa cavalry is not a very good unit. They're very cheap, and it's not like they can't be used, but I mean, like, in terms of cavalry, they are a poor unit statistic-wise, and they just destroyed a spear unit. So hopefully that's something that CA can work on, making spears a little bit more effective, because right now cavalry is very powerful. But this is important over here. At the time that was going on, I charged all of my noble horse into these Aspis companion cavalry and another Sarissa cav over here. And my men were doing fine in this fight, but my opponent's going to back up with some Thurios spears, and it looks like he's got 2 units of them in there, and he's got a pikemen unit coming in. Now, right now, for me to withdraw my cavalry, I would take a ridiculous amount of losses. I'm going to go ahead and get my general unit out. But when the cavalry is all entangled in the fight like this, to back out, you just take so many losses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reinforce this fight with some Galatian legionaries. So you can see these guys here. Watch as they enter the fight and help their clansmen brothers on the horses there. So yeah, these guys are running right into the thick of this fight, taking us right through here and coming after these Sarissa cavalry there, and that's actually going to rout them. And over here, my general did another charge. There's a Thessalian cavalry here fighting some Galatian legionaries. My noble horse, I have now got a Celtic tribesman in here. This one noble horse unit of mine's getting pretty beat up because of these Thurios spears. But okay, guys, sorry about the brief break there. I got interrupted. But as I was saying, this fight is slowly going to start turning into my favor now, since I have put extra units into the battle, and it's actually going to allow my cavalry to get out with a decent amount of numbers left, which is going to help me a lot later in the fight. You can see my general going in for another charge here on these Aspis companion cavalry, trying to get some more charge bonus in there, and the Epirus Thessalian cavalry that came and joined in the fight is running back towards Rome. They're going after these skirmishers here, these auxiliary Balearic slingers, which are firing at the mercenary Rhodian slingers. And you can see at the same time as all this was going on, my slingers are solidly defeating these Macedonian slingers, and a big factor helping me here is that I am in the woods, giving my men a little bit more cover in that skirmish. So Arcane's going to withdraw his slingers and save them from this cavalry here. And out here, the rest of the Macedonian forces are about to go ahead and rout these Thurios spears here, getting thrashed in this fight. And now we're going to come into the back of these Aspis companion cavalry, and that is going to be that. So now I will quickly run through my opponent's army. That action started really quickly. You saw his cavalry forces in there and the 2 units of Thurios spears. He's got another unit there, 2 more Thurios spears I can see. There's a pikeman out that way, of which he has 3 total, and then he has 2 foot companions, and these guys are extremely dangerous pikemen. Also very expensive though, so he spent a lot of monies on those guys. And over here, once again, the skirmishers still going on. But Epirus has some mercenary Cretan archers, 2 of them, and 2 Rhodian slingers. He's sending over some hoplites towards this flank. But he's got Illyrian levies, 2 of them, another hoplite, and then several pikemen, 4 of them for his center. And over here, he's got Thessalian cavalry and 2 citizen cavalry, and you can see now in the back, there's my light cav going out of the trees back there. They're going to come join in this fight as these legionary cavalry are engaged, and my guys are going to get a full-on rear charge there. But he's also got a Hellenic Royal Cavalry and mercenary Indian war elephants, and we'll go in on this unit here as they throw their javelins into the back and come into the rear of this Epirus cavalry there, and that is going to rout those guys. So Rome lost 2 cavalry units, but Epirus lost pretty much all of theirs, and now my light horse are going to escape from that fight. I also had these Illyrian levies chasing off my slingers, which I sent over to help in this skirmish fight now. And you can see I'm starting to move on the left flank. and try to break around my opponent's right. So you can see it's starting to curve back his line here. I'm keeping some units. I've got my naked swords and a Galatian legionary along with the Celtic tribesmen in the center, keeping his foot companions occupied. At the same time, I'm sending my 3 noble horse units, which for the most part are fairly healthy in number, off around the flank here. Got my light horse going around way up there, and you can see my sword units moving. What's going to happen is I'm going to keep just trying to... There you go, see my men throwing their javelins, and I'm going to go ahead and back off, because that is all I wanted to do some damage there on the charge. These woods are very dark. All my noble horse lined up in here. But I'm just going to start working on my opponent's pikes like that and trying to wrap around the flank. And Rome over here is once again in a little skirmish. And these legionary cavalry should make fairly short work of these Illyrian levies. These guys are not that great of a unit there. But you can see I'm just continuously shuffling my guys, trying to keep his pikes in place here. My light horse was going in over here, and these Hellenic royal cavalry are chasing them off. Obviously, my light horse is a lot faster. They're going to easily escape those heavily armored units. And I'm leading his general back towards my 3 waiting noble horse. Couldn't speak there for a second. There is still this little bit of Sarissa cavalry, but by getting some surrounding here, I should be able to win this. And right when my guys become unhidden, my opponent here, Epirus, is going to back off, which is a smart move. He doesn't want his general to get killed. Sadly, though, for Macedon, the Sarissa cavalry got destroyed. So now, at this point, Epirus has taken their Cretan archers over, and they're starting to work on some of my slings. I'm firing back at them, but really the main work's going to start getting done here. I'm going to take these units kind of into this area, and you can see that there while my 2 Galatian legionaries go around this flank, and one of them here is going to chase after those Thurios spears, which are chasing my cavalry. The other one, if this pike unit turns to face these guys coming in on the flank, I'll have a flank shot with these Galatian legionaries here. So this unit is starting to get in a very bad position, and my opponent's response to this is to charge towards me. So you guys can see here, my men are gonna come out of the woods in the back there, and he's moving on these guys. I'm just gonna back off rather than let him engage. Although it seems my men got caught and they're gonna be pulled back in, but it won't much matter because this rear charge, these guys are going to get very quickly cut down. And he's bringing in the other pike unit back there, but this pike unit in seconds just pretty much ceased to exist, and my men are gonna back off. And over here, once again, moving through the gaps here, just trying to get on the flanks of these guys. I'm keeping my infantry away, and this is when it's really dangerous for pike armies, when you get separated like this, because now all I have to do is just avoid your pikes from the front. And back here, my cavalry is running through the gap of these Thurios spears. I've got 1 Galatian legionary chasing them. Don't know if they'll catch them or not, but my noble horse are going to start coming back this way. And these Galatian legionaries are moving over, and we're just going to start surrounding these pikemen on all sides. And whenever he turns to fight one of my units, I'm going to pull them away. So right now, these guys are facing the wrong way, and my men are just going to be cutting them up. Over here, Rome did a charge, but they're going to withdraw because they do not want to fight these pikes head on. So you can see the Roman army scattering over here. These elephants are in this melee mix, and that's a dangerous thing for Rome, but the biggest thing is these elephants are not moving. So they're effectively going to be shut down there, because when they're not moving, they're still doing a ton of damage. But they are not going to be quite as effective as if they continued just trampling people. And once again, they are used a very depleted unit of Celtic tribesmen, to keep his men facing one way while I hit his pikes in the back. And these Thurio spears aren't going to have much of a chance against my Galatian legionaries. So get some close-ups here of these guys fighting it out. We'll see if we can... Oh, well, that was kind of lame. He just kind of gave up. Ah, synchronized attacking. It's a new sport. Yeah, but those guys are just getting cut down. There's not a whole lot they can do. Now, over here, this is where I'm having some trouble. These foot companions really are just a tough unit. I wanted to be charging him in the back of my Galatian legionaries, but he smartly faced towards those guys. They're more dangerous, and these foot companions in melee back here can actually pretty decently fight off my Celtic tribesmen. But I'm just going to withdraw and keep charging back in there, try to take them down. The rest of my army's heading over this way. Here comes my noble horse into this fight. So if you look at the map, Macedon here is pretty much done. They've just got that one foot companion unit. Their general is right here. But he's going to be taken out pretty quickly. I'm retreating my naked swords because they will not effectively fight pikes from the front at all with no armor. So over here, this foot companion effectively killed my Celtic tribesmen. These Galatian legionaries are just going to kind of keep them occupied, and I'm just going to try to get these guys. They're going to hold out for a little while, though. But now the main fight is over here. This guy used his pikes, and he is getting surrounded, so he's going to go ahead and form a pike box. And Rome's going to try to bust through with these legionaries here. Then go ahead and withdraw. Did a little bit of damage there. You can see my men are doing the same thing. Those elephants are now dead. And my noble horse coming over as well. So we're just kind of setting up the final ring here to break this pike box. The weak points being these corners, because you'll be flanking one unit a little bit. Right here is a good place to hit. And once again, running in here and just throwing the pylum there. And I think it's actually going to end up breaking this unit of pikemen. And back here you can see these foot companions. They really are a tough unit. They killed my Galatian legionaries, and now my naked swords are fighting them. Although I'm going to have to turn away because these guys, once again, are not good against pikes. And now that the foot companions are set up, they will easily kill this naked sword unit. So I'm just going to ignore them. Because they can't move that fast, and they're so depleted, I'm just going to run my guys over. Be like, bro, you can do whatever you want with those guys. If they come over here, we'll kill them. You can see what's left of these elephants in here. So really, it's just Epirus's pike box is all that's left. Looks like we're going to have another pilot throw here. Pikemen down to 39 men. And the Roman legionaries backing off. And there goes another one. And you can see my Galatian legionaries doing the same thing. So we're just slowly whittling down this box. And these pikemen are going to rout. And that's the opening we need. The pike box now has a hole in it. He's going to shift some hoplites to try to fix that gap, but at this point it is just not going to happen. The Roman Evocati cohort are coming in. So now Epirus has Romans in the middle of his pikes. He's going to try to shift and form like a little triangle back here. These pikemen are going to get absolutely mauled by these Roman units, though, while trying to do that, and they're going to go ahead and rout. My cavalry is charging on the flank here, and although some of them die, they are going to start doing some damage here, and my infantry is joining in. But at this point, the Roman horde is just going to destroy these guys. You can see once again here another flank charge by legionaries, and those pikes just don't stand a chance against that. They're going to collapse immediately. So that's going to be the end of that battle. So you can see there, very effective numbers. Arcane there fighting the pikes. Killed 966, lost 844. I lost quite a bit of men. I lost 1,100, but I managed to take down 1,719. You can see some of my cavalry units, that noble horse being very effective. And these Galatian legionaries, I love these units. I mean, look at that. 309 kills, 260, 228. They're a very, very cost-effective sword unit there. And it showed. Then, of course, slingers doing their work over here for Rome. These actual Epicati cohort and stuff got a lot of kills in that short time. They were only engaged right there at the end. It was mostly cavalry and skirmishing in that fight. And you can see Macedon, those foot companions, getting a ton of kills. And for Epirus, elephants really not that effective. 84 kills. Definitely did not get his money's worth out of them. Some of his pikes did decent, though. But otherwise, hope you all enjoyed that battle. I've got a lot more replays to show you, and I will be back soon. Thank you all for watching.